Hi, hello everybody, and welcome to Sarah Nabz weekly roundup. When I am sharing a video, we have a lot to talk about this week. A lot has gone on. A lot has gone on this week. Lord have mercy on us today. All I'm saying is, can we please just share this video? Share this video with all your friends, your family, and every single woman out there in these streets. Every woman who has a single mother, every woman who has a past, every woman who has ever been through some things in their life and has able to come out and become a better person and a strong person and a happy person. That is the woman I want to tag for me today. That is the woman I want you to help me tag this afternoon. As I prepare you with my UNN ladies, I'm not by myself this week. I am coming on with my ladies, my beautiful women. I have Vicky and I have Sophia coming on. But ladies and gentlemen, we still have a work to do. We still have a work to do. I've got all your questions. I'm going to answer all your questions. I'm going to answer the questions of those who think I'm going to kill them. You know, all those things and the gossip and the slandering that has been going on social media that unfortunately I'm not a part of such things. I'm not a part of them. But welcome to the week roundup. Share, 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 share. Because we still on business of removing a dictator. This is a people's court. And now let's start. My fellow friends and Facebook family, today I wanted us to do the news round with my ladies. So before I start the news, some of the stories for this week, I want to invite Sophia and Vicky, as we're going to be talking about each topic. We are going to talk about all the topics that you want to hear. Let's catch up. Speak your minds. Get ready. We're going to put the phones up today. You can give me a call. You can send me an audio. And for as long as we can have a normal adult conversation. Let's do it. Welcome to this week's special weekly roundup with Sarah Nabz. Can I have Vicky? Can we welcome Vicky and Sophia before I start the first slide?
Hello, everyone.
Hi, Sophia.
Hi, Sarah Nabz. Hello, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Good. I'm great. Thank you.
Say hello to everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Sophie, for a while, you know.
I know. No, do you know what? I'm not a real fan of being in front of a camera, but for the good cause, I will. I fight for justice. I'm an activist. I'm proudly saying I'm an activist. And I'll fight for justice no matter what.
Women stand together, don't they?
The truth, only the truth. And UNN, I can find it because we've been in Camori, as they say, for so long. All this time through this struggle for over 3 years or so, we've been in Camori. And then only now we come up because we can see that the truth is only said on UNN. And we stick to UNN. So we come, the ladies, and I say hello to everyone. Mwenabaliyeyo, mbebaza nnyo kubera ku UNN, nebaza abakyala, and I'm all for women, women and power. We're part of the revolution, and I know women, we do like to put ourselves down and also sabotage other women who are getting close to what we're doing. But, it's about uplifting all of us, Ubuntu. If everyone knows about Ubuntu, I am because we are. And that's what I go by. Social justice, women, we're mothers, we're naturals. we uplift our men. So let's do that. Let's do that, women, and not sabotaging each other or the work of other women. We are all one. And if we're going to be in this struggle, by the way, it's not actually struggle, I hate the word, it's revolution. So welcome, 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 whoever is watching us. Thank you for being at UNN, with the UNN ladies. And I'm hoping that maybe, you know, as time goes on, we'll be a regular, and I will be a regular, to maybe educate, and we all learn from each other. Whatever, no matter how small you think your brain is, or how big someone thinks your brain is, you're not better than anybody else. As long as we focus on the one goal of the revolution, we want change, and we want change to remove the dictator, and it's not about anything else. Thank you. Welcome, and hopefully we can have a conversation. Today is about really having a conversation, isn't it?
Thank you, Soph. We're about to have a real women's conversation, aren't we?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what we're going to do. That's what real women do. They have a real conversation. I would like to welcome also my beautiful Vicky to come and greet us and introduce herself. And welcome to the weekly roundup special. Vicky wangoliwa.
Vicky wa Febambi. Yeah?
Okay, well, while Vicky's coming, let's start one of the stories. You know, so while Vicky, they're bringing on Vicky, and before we start the stories for today, let us maybe address this little that has been in the room. Ladies and gentlemen, a lot of Ugandans don't know me because they don't know me in this political struggle like that. I've only been here, started coming here from November because you inspired me, my sister. You're one of the people that inspired me to join this political struggle. Vicky's
with us. Shall we give her a chance?
Hi, Vicky.
Hello.
Join in. Join in.
Hi, Vicky.
Welcome, beautiful.
Mbalamusiza ba viewers baffe n'abali abawuliriza mwebale kujja this afternoon, Saturday afternoon. Mutule bulungi mu ntebe mugalamire muwanike ebigere. Tuli wano. We are here to have a conversation. We are among the UNN leading ladies. Yeah? Sera kyaffe tukuseri tusanyusa balaba.
Vicky, kakati tuindoza tusoke tuyite mu news wa weekend, no? And one of the first stories for this week, tusoke top stories, some of the top stories of this week. Let's just dissect them a little bit. We'll deal with the house issues in a little bit. Women issues. We're going to come to the women issues because at the end of the day, women, we've got bigger fish to fry at the end of it all. One of the first things was General Tomokonde was evicted from his 300 million home. He apparently was living there rent-free for about 4 years. And this week, the LC1 committee, Defense Secretary, Speaker of Central Division, all were present and they witnessed his eviction. They fell out with the current government. He fell out in the past with the government, with the regime, and was removed as Minister of Security in March 2018, unexpectedly. Ladies, do you think that's it's one of those ones of where you reap what you sow? If you work for the devil, later on things come back to you. Kwagamba, what would you say about Mr. General Tomokonde? Vicky.
What I would say is, nti esente teziyinza kumala. Bano abasajja emyaka 35, almost 40 years, bakoze obugagga bafunye essente. Bandibadde kwegamba essente zino zibasolovingira ebizibu byabwe byonna. Nze nandigambye nti kya mukisa mulungi nti omusajja ono teyayitamu kalulu kubanga temwagala kuwulira president wa Uganda nti bamu evictinze mu State House or something of that sort. nti ze ndowooza nti bannayuganda n'abantu mbulamu ssente si gye buli nsonga yonna ssente tezisobola kumala bwe nandigambye
Sente, money is never going to be enough. You're very true. Sophia?
I suppose I agree with Vicky. You know, Sente, I think regardless of what position you were, but if you at any one point show that you're probably going a different direction from the people that are in positions of power, they have all the power to remove you. Or by now all the power to remove you from wherever they've put you. So if people put you on the pedestal, they will bring you down. You know, you need to go on that pedestal by yourself, by your own truth, by your own energies, by being truthful, by being open and honest about whatever you do. Now, if you depend on the people to put you there and you go by living your life without being purposeful and intentional, it will definitely come back to you. Karma.
Bambindoza, his money ran out that they were giving him, you know. Anyway, moving along. This week, finally, the governor of Bank of Uganda was reappointed. He's had this office since 2001, guys. 2001, that's almost what? 19 years ago? And has been reapproved by Parliament for another 5 years. But guys, this man is 71 years old. When Mutabile turned up in Parliament on the 12th of March 2021 for vetting, his motorcade entered through a secluded gate and journalists were blocked from covering him. With a walking stick in his hand, he was supported by 2 aides as he made his way to the vetting room. Really, guys, do you think this is some... the man is physically frail. Is he mentally strong? Is he able to still do this position? We are praying to God to soon answer this prayer so that Uganda is saved from bogus people who do everything in their power to keep the dictator in power. Because that's the bottom line of it all.
Yep.
That's the bottom line of it all. Why is this man still?
The thing number, and I think, you know, my take on the thing is that, first of all, the elderly are in positions of power, but sabotaging at the young. So that means that really what we have here in government and those that persist and insist on being in government or in positions of power, ngabali to that age of 71, which are pensioners, you know, go home and have your pension and let us look after you. This is the whole point, is that let us look after you, the elderly, Muvudeko, so let the young ones come up. Let the Chagrannis of this, you know, time come up.
So if they don't want the young ones,
and take
they don't want the young ones, they don't want
country
them
forward. You know, let them take our country forward. Our country, Uganda, is young. It's a young country. Demographically, it's shown that it's a young country. So let the young ones come. When you're thinking about 1950s, you know, technology, and you've got here young people who are very clever and articulate and well-traveled, you know, maybe they might lack etiquette, but we're here to teach them because we're still young, having that sort of, we've seen where our country was, you know. We can teach the young ones and say, look, you guys, this is how we wear. These are etiquettes. Right now, we're having where people, you know, divine etiquette. This is the bad thing we're learning about, not having the right leaders in place. And when you have leaders 70 years old and they actually still, they're on sticks where they should be on their own farms somewhere in Rajtura, you know, you know, on those farms and taking a break, and instead giving us wisdom and advice to say, look, you young ones, this is how we did it. Maybe this is where we made errors. Let's move on. You can do it this way differently. So, you know, it just beats my mind. It beats my mind. What is it going to do?
It beats my understanding. It beats my understanding that unfortunately this is our government that that doesn't want the youth to get involved in the politics, and when the youth do come in, we get chastised. We get chastised for trying to get involved in such things. But these guys, we all know Rachi they've reappointed him anyway. Anyway, that was one of the news round for this week that I just wanted us to touch on. Vicky, I wanted you to help me touch on the situation of the car owners. Can we go to the next slide, please? The car owners have to now pay annual 200,000 shillings annually for road license. The State Minister of Finance, David Bahati, says the tax will come into effect as of July the 1st, 2021. If passed and assented to, it meant to fund road repairs and ensure all worthy vehicles are on the road. To use a vehicle on Ugandan roads, one will need a road license. This license is to be issued differently from the driver's license. So anyone who fails to pay for the road license could be jailed for 2 years, and you have to pay a fine of about 2 million shillings or suffer both of the penalties. Do you think this is another scam government just to make some more money out of Ugandans? You know, the everyday Ugandans, when we're coming out of lockdown, and then now you're bringing in more bills. You're not even thinking about how the normal Ugandan is going to be paying rent and paying getting a job, looking for a job, paying the normal bills of water and electric, you know, and shopping for food, especially if you've got a family or you're a single mother. Vicky.
This guy's leadership here is all about money. Then take. Leadership eyagala okamula abantu bayo beridinga buli kiseera kamula. Government etasobola kuddiza abantu bayo. Tuliwulirako ddinga government evaayo negamba omwaka guno bannayuganda tugenda baddizaayo ku musolo gwe babadde bawa tubaddizeeyo 1,000 shillings. Kunze ngamba bannayuganda abali eyo abavugira ku nguudo z'e Uganda kino kibakwatako. Oluusi ng'entalo zirwanibwa oba nga tuli mu lutalo waliwo ebintu ebirina okufa. Kati nze ndowooza kyekiseera n'abo abadde balina emmotoka 5, emmotoka 3, emmotoka 2 kyekiseera nabo bategeere nti nno ng'omunnayuganda omuntu wa wansi bw'anyigibwa nammwe abavuga baziyita batya nkozi zino Prado simanyi emmotoka ezo ennene nti kyekiseera mubeeko kye mufiirwa mu lutalo, mubeeko kye mufiirwa mu struggle tetuyita revolution, mubeeko kye mutta.
Simanyi oba abannayuganda abamu bakitegeera. They're more concerned about other people's lives than even looking at what the regime is doing and just living life like it's back to normal. Vicky, anyway, because we've got so much to get through today, and I know that we've got our elected president's national address this evening, so I don't want any of us to miss it. I just want to make sure we come off just on time to listen to it. So going on to our next story for this week was securing your future with Akon. Ugandans. Akon Sebo has decided that of all the countries in Africa, Uganda was the place for him where he's set up a deal to build his own city, the first futuristic city by 2036. And Museveni has given him all these acres, apparently, and they've been in meetings with Baby Cool, there's pictures with the girlfriend. I mean, our country, our everyday Ugandans, our mothers, our women are going through real struggling problems here. And we're still having people wanting life for us to go back to normal. And you're talking about something of 2036 when we should be thinking about those acres of land that we could build homes for homeless, put money into cleaning up the ghettos and the areas and the bad areas and the roads of our country, and putting people back on back to normality a little bit. And we are busy securing the future with Akon, who's not even a Ugandan man. What do you think, Vicky? That's absurd. I couldn't believe it.
Bannange nze nawulira n'okkuba emiranga nti nga kitalo tufudde. Nti kati gavumenti zaffe baleese omuddugavu ate atufuule slave. Lwaki omuddugavu munnaffe ye role model waffe? Omuddugavu atavana mu nsi yaffe. Bannange mu Uganda tubuliddwamu omugagga kale alina ssente asobola okukola ekyo omusajja ono Akon. Lwaki tuleeta abazungu oba abantu abagwira babeere nga be ba role models baffe be batukolera be batuyiyiza nga be balina brain yaffe ffe tuli biwuduwudu wetuti wansi nti omutwe gwa brain guli ku muzungu guli ku muddugavu Omumerika simanyi ayogera accent. Bannange kitalo nnyo nze kyensobola okugamba kitalo ddala nnyo.
Chitalo Nyobambi, that our country has resorted to now. We almost becoming a little bit desperate, to be quite honest. I think it's getting to a point. Maybe Museveni is a little bit desperate. Tamani Chakola, I seen this because I know they're building the whole tourism. They want to rebuild that the tourists, and especially over the coming couple of years, because with COVID and everything, I get it. Anybody, we want that. Also, our NUP as a team. Elected with our elected president, if he came into power, he would want to do the same thing for his country. Exactly. But this nonsense, I mean, the resources and the money we have in Uganda that we could have actually spent, that money alone can build a whole other city, a whole new town and community for everyday Ugandans. But we are giving lands and acres. Are those acres even his? Zagaba to Akon. Anyway, this is my area, and this is your area, Vicky. Yes. The next story. Mm-hmm. Can we go to the next slide? This is where our passion is, isn't it? To help women and struggling women. Imagine this week, Vicky, I don't know if you also had heard about this story. 3 people were arrested in Uganda over trafficking. Yes. 30 women who are Burundian, is that the right word? From Burundi, yes, yes. Who were locked inside a house in Kampala that had been locked with heavy padlocks. They were being trafficked through Uganda and were going to be given to laborer exporters to illegally take them to Arab countries. One of these suspects, called Joseph Joseph Garuka, who claimed to be a well-connected security operative. He was feared by even the local leaders, were allegedly also sexually exploiting these girls. Even at the time of the arrest, he was found with 2 girls inside the hotel. Women and drug trafficking facilitated by easy acquisition of Ugandan passports, even by foreign nationals. This is where I actually wanted to, we're going to spend a few minutes on this a little bit more. Because women, we are going through a lot of things. There's a lot of things that women go through in our country. There's a lot of things that women go through just for being a woman, just for trying to be understood in society. There's a lot of things that women have to do to survive sometimes. And I know some of us, we go through these things. But imagine now us who are in the diaspora, there's laws, there's laws. One can go and say you've been raped, you've been harassed, you've been bullied, you have somewhere where you can put a case, You have somewhere you can actually put this information and somebody will look into it and they'll investigate it. But imagine in Uganda.
So sorry.
Let's hope that even, because these men can just be easily paid off, but these women are going to be traumatized. These young girls, they could have. And we are busy, ladies and gentlemen. This is where I wanted Vicky to hum in on. Women, we are busy fighting stupid, nonsensical issues online, going into private conversations where somebody who should have any form of adult intelligence, if they truly know you, they will call you directly. They will speak to you about such information. If they say they know you, you will, if you see a conversation and you've not known the background, you don't know why this person is saying, you don't know why someone is talking about, and you just come on national, on a public media to talk about how somebody wants to kill you, when there are real women out there in Uganda right now. That's where our focus should be. That's where my focus is. I don't have time to worry about women in diaspora. It is okay to feel upset and angry about what one is saying, but there is a way of dealing with such things. There's a law, there's procedures, and there's policies.
Exactly.
But these women, I go back again, they don't have that. That's why I came in this struggle. I came to speak for somebody who doesn't have a voice. If some of you didn't know, my story is online. You could go and search Spirit Soul. Everything somebody has spoke about me here or spoke about will bring you on the blogs. Sarah Nyenjaga, Sarah Limuklabu, Sarah was in gangs, Sarah was this. You don't need to hear it from anybody else. Just go on my YouTube page. Just go on Sarah Nabz and you will get the full stories. Because you see, we too are open books, because if we're going to stand up for women like this who are being raped and taken in hotels and they don't understand, you have to know how to deal with certain situations. And me, I stand for women. I love women. Patricia, I love you. I'm a woman who stands for women, and I've been wanting to work for you and work with you. Not work for you, work with you on such things like this. Dealing with the core, Vicky. Dealing with the core of what a woman is going through. Dealing and raising money to help such women. And you're busy abusing other women. You're character assassinating. You're bullying and harassing. Yes, I have been grown to be the kind of woman who says, I'll take it to the streets. Prior to that, though, there was a conversation. Because you see, in the court of law, you have to bring evidence, but you have to bring evidence that is legal. You would have had to get that conversation from somewhere. They will ask you, did you know about the conversation prior to Sarah saying the things that she said? Patricia, you have my telephone. I have blocked you because you do not know how to have a conversation. We, the women of UNN, are here to deal with the women who are suffering, the women who are injustice, the women who have no voice. That is why I'm here. I want to change my country for the better. Ladies and gentlemen, we have spent 2 weeks character assassinating one another, going back and forth, and the people just go back and forth pages. They will comment their 10 pence. They will comment their 5 pence. They don't care because they don't know none of us. They don't know none of us. So they're going to say what they're going to say. If truly I want to kill somebody, and truly I really meant it from the spot, would I be here? Would I be on national TV? Would I be on social media? I mean, come on, guys. Let us be women of substitute. Let us be women who are responsible. Let us be women who are ready to have a conversation so that we can deal with those things and get them out the way and deal with what the core is. And that is Project 1 Million Women. We want to help women. We want to support women. We want women who are like me, who grew up in very, very bad environment, who grew up and went through a lot. You're the same person who wrote your things in piece of cake. Let people be, you're not the only open book. I am an open book, probably more than you. Yes, I've done the drugs. I don't lie. There's nothing to lie about, because that's why I gave my life to Christ. I needed him. I needed Jesus in my life. I needed Jesus in my life. He saved me. I'm not a pastor. I don't want to be a pastor. You people are the one who put people on pedestals and then you throw them back down when things go wrong. I'm not perfect. Ladies, let's focus on what is important. And that is those women. That is helping women like that, getting them out of such difficult situations. That is helping women like that in Uganda right now, women who are being trafficked. Women are being raped every day by police officers and soldiers in Uganda. Women are crying who are single right now in lockdown and they've got nobody to help them. You can go to work with somebody, come and told the whole world how you are this and that and the other. Then you go and you make your 100 pounds, mucheyocho. Then you know, no come out on the blog. What about that woman who cannot do that? Nze life yange, get it open, because that is my testimony. It's my testimony, and I've never hid it. So let's focus on this.
Exactly. True.
Vicky, you're someone who has worked with women on ground and in such situations like that. Tell us a bit more about that.
Okay. Sarah, ekintu kimu kyenkozesa mu bulamu obwange ng'omukyala. Waliwo lwe neekebera ekirungi Mukama yatukola nti abakyala tuli byonna mu byonna, kugamba buli kintu kiri mu mukyala. Mukyala ye dokita, mukyala ye nansi, mukyala ye investigator, mukyala ye police, mukyala kugamba buli kintu ky'olowooza ekiri professional world, or this features in the world of leadership biri mu mukyala. Kati ekintu kyenkozesa nze ngazze ngamba nti practice what you preach. Sisobola gamba balala nti kola bwoti nga sikola bwenti, sikola bwentyo. Nina okuteeka mu nkola ebintu byenzikiririzaamu ne byenjigiriza abalala okukola. Waliwo ebiseera byenkwata n'empiso ne neefumitako bwenti ddaba oba nnyina omusaayi oba ddala nnyina pain. Ekintu kimu kyenzikiriza mu bulamu ffenna kyetu, omuntu omutonde ayina omusaayi, ayina omubiri, okuggyako zino kulooni ezo enkole. Naye buli muntu ayina omusaayi, buli muntu ayina pain. Kati mu kiseera kino ng'abantu bakaaba, abakyala bakaaba, bamaama bakaaba, abaana bali mu kkomera. Ffenna tukaaba by the way, kubanga ba relatives baffe, ba cousins baffe, ba mulirwana baffe bali mu makomera bakaaba, tebalina mmere, tebalina ddagala. Obudde bwange mbukozesa nkola ki? Nga nnoonyereza kiki kye nsobola okukola okuyamba abakyala abo. N'olwekyo nkubiriza abakyala bonna bali mu diaspora. Mukama yatusaasira n'atuleeta mu UK, n'atuleeta mu America, n'atuleeta wherever. N'atuwa n'obutuuze bwe twogerako nti mundabe nnyina passport yiino. passport eyinza obutakununula ogenda ku kitanda nga passport ogiteeka bw'ogenda ku kitanda mu ddwaliro passport egenda wansi mu kabada tesobola kuwonya. Tuli mukungubagira mukyala munnaffe Queen Mukama bawa amuwumula ekiwumulo eky'emirembe amuwumuze bulungi. Queen ayina buli bugagga ayina buli eddwaliro buli lyayagala bayinza n'okumuteekako abasawo 100 naye Mukama yasazeewo obulamu bwe bugende. Ekyo kituyigiriza ki ng'abantu besides being women nti waliwo ekiseera kya buli muntu kaabya bw'okaabya ono naawe bajja kukaabya. Tulina eŋŋombe egamba nti no you reap what you sow. Abakyala kite musiga kwagala. Abakyala mulaalaasa ki? Laalaasa okwagala, laalaasa justice, laalaasa freedom. Okulaalaasa kw'abakyala tukukozesa ati amaanyi agali mu kigambo kino ky'oyogera ng'omukyala gawonya gamenya gasigungula.
Are you tearing down or are you building up? Are you because if you've been in the struggle longer than me, you should be trying to not come in a different way. This is the time that we need to be on the same wavelength. But clearly it's so sad that somebody would. You know what, ladies? I think let's move on, because I think we have decided as women that we are going to stand with integrity, stand with purpose, and we are here for purpose. I have never said and will never be perfect, and nobody is going to tell me who I am better than myself. I love Jesus, and I promise the world I will tell the world about God. Whether I'm fighting a struggle of removing a dictator, it's my prerogative and my choice in the words that I choose and how I talk about my God. But I'm also not perfect, and I'm going to get upset. And there's going to be conversations I'm going to have and get upset. And it's simple as that. And I apologize if anybody has been hurt, but what I will not do is be abused for no reason and allow that to continue. There are ways of dealing with that, and that is the law. So we will deal with this in court. We don't need to speak no more words. I respect you, you respect me. The people that we have and we know who are mutual friends, they all know the truth. So let the truth set everybody free. Moving along, because I know we have 15 minutes. Ladies, we are coming with the Project 1 Million Women. We are going to continue to support our women. We are going to continue to support women who are suffering, the women who are just like me, who have a past, who have been through it, but then God came into their lives. And if it wasn't God, it might be something else. And you made it through, and you studied, you're doing well for yourself. And the jealousy, that's just the way it could be, because that's the only reason I could see why you'd want to tear down another woman, okay? Because I would just want to build another one. You're doing this, let me do this. Project 1 Million Women is coming. Watch out for it, because we have a better work to do, is to build people, to build women, to build our generation, to build our young ladies, to build the teenage ladies that are coming. So moving along quickly, I think we can put it on. Okay, so yes, has been remanded again until April the 15th. Sophia, he's been facing charges of inciting violence because he was arrested on March the 22nd from Mini Price in downtown Kampala during a protest organized to contest the outcome of the January 14th election. Mr. Abdel Rambi, though, even though he's going to go back to jail, unfortunately, well, fortunately, he at least has won something. He
Which
is
is
still
good, though.
MP of Kawempe. What about things, Vicky? How about we celebrate and focus on the positive stuff that are going on? That's what you said to me earlier on. These are the things, Ranga, we should really be focusing on. We should be focusing on what our new Uganda is going to be like. Gambi, Mr. Update, Kasta Awagude Kawempe, and he's still MP. Congratulations, sir, you're still in jail, but that is the struggle. You have to keep going. You don't have a choice. We have to keep going. You will get, yeah, we can hear you, Sophia. We can get battled. They're going to fight you. They're going to say this. I realized Chimbugwe was saying to me earlier on, Sarah, this is politics. It's a very, very dirty game. But I said, let truth always be the one to prevail. Let politics be dirty, but not you.
I can't hear
Sophia,
Sarah.
can you hear us? We can hear you, but we can't hear. We can hear you, Sophia. Okay, this week, Vanange, I want us to have 30 seconds of silence. That's what we do for both. We'll make it 1 minute, I think, for the Archbishop Ranga, who died this week. That's my story for this week. There is so much going on behind this story, ladies and gentlemen. He was found dead in his home. There's a lot going on behind it. The postmortem remained inclusive. He was laid to rest inside Ranga Cathedral. Bishop Superior Chizito Ranga, may your soul rest in eternal peace. Ladies and gentlemen, we argue about such things when someone loses a life for speaking their heart and speaking their souls and standing up for truth. Bambi, he tried. In the end, he tried.
Yes, definitely.
May his soul rest in eternal peace. May he get rest. And may truly they find what truly happened. For how many more, Vicky, are we going to lose? More people dying unexpectedly for no reason, from nowhere. Very serious, very, very scary. Vicky, Sophia.
Kitalo nnyo ddala bannange, kitalo ddala. Nti ne bwe tuwulira ebintu bwe biti bannayuganda tebasobola kuzuukuka kumanya nti nno teri ali safe.
Teri ali safe. No one is
abasumba bano bassaabasumba babadde batambulira ku mwanjo n'omukulu oyo. Omukulu oyo mwami afuuza eggwanga n'alijooga. Tebava mu State House, banywa coffees, banywa biki, abasumba ebiganduula. Naye kiringa ngo kugamba nkigezaamu ng'olina omusota ogutadde wansi w'ekitanda. Oli weebase bw'oti omusota guli eri, bw'oguwulira bwe gwenyeenyamu bwe guti, bwe gwagala okkuba ojjamukko bw'oddayokko. Kyekyo kyennyini onywa kofi n'omusota. Sigamba mu bukyamu nti Ssaabalabirizi abadde muziri enkiiko n'enkiiko, naye kyengezaako okutegeeza munnayuganda ali eyo yenna, you're not safe.
You're not safe.
Kati lowooza ki ekiddako? Oyinza okuba gw'oddako. Muganda wayinza okuba yaddako. Omusumba wo akuwa obunnabbi oyo. Omulaguzi w'oyo gy'ogenda n'oteeka ne guudi eyo ayinza okuba yaddako. Kati n'olwekyo nze kimpa ku reflectinga. Nyina ekintu kye njize nga practicinga professionally. Reflective practice. You sit back and think and reflect. Tunuulira ebigenda maaso. Reflect. omuntu w'omunda oli.
Wachogerako omuntu oyo ow'omunda. Only God sees the heart. That's all I'll tell people.
In fact, nga maliriza topic eno. Nina ekintu kye mbadde njagala bannayuganda n'abantu tufumiitirize. Omuntu w'omunda yalwana olutalo. Olutalo luno luli ku social media, olutalo luli mu Uganda, olutalo luli mawanga, lutalo lwa munda. N'olwekyo ebigambo tebisobola kulwana lutalo lwa munda. Kiringa bw'ogamba nti abayeekera bakulumbye balina emmundu gwe nejjayo obusaale. N'olwekyo omuntu w'omunda ebirowoozo byaffe, ebigambo byaffe, kiki kye twogera nti dictator tuyinza omuwangulira munda. Rabadab style. Kitegeera Dawudi yali agenda okuba Goliath, yakwata akayinja akasinga obutono. N'akuba omusajja naggwano. Revolution zonna tuzirabye, ebigambo ebyogera bye bijjako dictator, bye bikyusa omulembe. This morning badden reflecting ku Obama. Obama yajja ne slogan n'agamba yes we can. And
yes we can.
And he did it. And he did. Yes we can. Ensi yonna n'egwedda luno olw'ekyo bannange UNN tukyuse enkola. Tujeyo ebyokulwanyisa abantu bye batannalaba. Dictator tuyinza omukuba nga tuli wano mu bufulaati bwaffe bwe batuvumiramu. Olutalo tulina oduteeka ku level eya waggulu.
Kale ndooza Museveni atutunuulira n'aseka n'agweri ne batusekerera mu State House nti kale balaba trying to remove a dictator. Can you imagine? Naye really bannange, Vicky. Sophia.
Yes.
My sis. Njagala bambi ombuulireko. Seriously, you'll get it from the bottom of your heart.
From the bottom of my heart, what I'm saying is that no one has monopoly over the revolution. We are all citizens. Abe Uganda, fenna we're born abasinga we're born over newaditituli born citizen Ugandans. But if you have been naturalized and you have become a Ugandan citizen and you want change, chitwagala. At the end of the day, I don't care about Watandika revolution 5 years ago, 6 years ago, 7 years ago, 20 years ago. I do not care. We don't care. The most important thing, what we need to do moving forward, is that we must and we need to organizing, and we need to come together. You cannot tell me, Ntino, just being, abantu is a micro thinking eyo. Thinking inside the box always, thinking always they're the ones abaina that is what a lot of leadership in Uganda etusiza ku dictatorship, because there's a lot of dictators in organizations, a lot of dictators in families, a lot of dictators in it's embedded in our society in Uganda. This is the reason why we're now having to come Facebook, then Nemutanikiro or Taroro. I'm not trying to pick on any wars. I'm not trying to, I'm giving an example of a typical example of how our society is, thinking that they own something, they own you, even if they never invented the goddamn thing in the first place. They think they own. Yes. That beats my mind, and I'm thinking, where are we going with this? Where are we going with this? Anyway, that's my
abantu abamu balinga abaagula ebyapa mu struggle.
Exactly.
Ate struggle twagivaamu. Bo bali mu struggle baagulamu ebyapa.
Nze siri mu struggle nagivaamu sigirimu, and I've never wanted to be in a struggle. I'm in a revolution. This is a revolution. Exactly. I was in a struggle in my life and I came out of that, and now we're in a revolution. We are working towards changing our country, changing our our today, what we are not going to do is coming to play sympathy votes for viewership.
I keep
we
saying
are not going to be sympathizers and playing victims. Kugamba, you're now making it about yourself. 2 weeks you've been, oh, they want to kill me. Oh my God, Banange. Come
Sarah,
on.
we said we move on from that. We don't talk about these people. We're simply talking about the mindset of Ugandans. First of all, Ugandans give, or whoever is watching us, we
the
have
mindset
a
of you know why? We have to address some of these people because they're the ones who are keeping us in the old mindset. The one that says you cannot say anything. If you say anything that's contrary to what everybody else is agreeing to, then you're going to get beaten and attacked. And that is not right. We all have a right to make an opinion on any NUP party, even if I don't agree to it. Like, for example, we are a family. If you're in a family with your brothers and your sisters, right? They're your brothers, they're your sisters. They love you to bits. Okay, they love them. For example, our mother and our father. In Bulai, I don't know about Uganda too much in the sense that some people might say, but you get to a point in your life, Wokula, where you have family meetings. And if maybe your mom or your father has done anything that is not right, back to Kuzavana or freedom where you that allows you to have a safe place to speak your heart. So if I'm asking if you come before the family, mami natawulira noyogerako ne taata bannange nkubulidde, you know, ekyo mami kyakola si kituufu oba mami kyabadde akola family mwenna ne mujja ne mutuula ne mwogera ku nsonga ezo. Bannange, politics is a dirty game. Naye ekituufu tuli bantu, okay? Tuli bantu, the family. It's a group of people who come together to lead the rest of the children. And these children also will always have a part and a say in something, that when they see wrong governance, they're allowed to speak. Why would we want to enter a new Uganda where we don't allow people to have their opinions? Where we don't allow, even if you don't like what I say, you don't listen to what I say, you don't argue with it. You just leave me to it, because the democracy world we want is to not chastise and break down somebody's spirit because you feel that you're more inferior to somebody else. It's not fair on those who are the youth who have joined in the last 6 years. Some of us, we weren't involved in this struggle. Sis, you used to go tell me you went to those to the demonstrations, and you told me what came out of those demonstrations down there. But we wanted to come and add on to the struggle. And we found that what was missing in this struggle is more transparency. But now we are finding even bringing transparency in our own party is a real big problem. And what Ugandans have to realize that it's not good for us to be emotional. We talk about mental health. It's very important to really take in information, absorb it, and then go and make your own decision on it. And maybe it's not such a good idea to come and discuss information, just a subject based on your emotions. Because that's when you will take it personal. That's when you will, because some people, Sophia, feel they have done a lot in this struggle, and I thank them. They really have done a lot in the struggle, and now called the revolution, according to us. It's a revolution, and they feel they need to be, they have been the queens and the kings of social media, of driving the narrative of our NUP party, They are the strong ones. They have more knowledge and they know everything. But what if they don't? What if we are right? What if the leaders who are in a party, unfortunately, are not doing what they are supposed to do in the job? Sophia, you work in social work. Vicky, you work with the youth and social work. You're a lawyer. So, Vicky, you understand these things, that any organization, management, leadership, let's talk about that for a second. NUP, you're a party. Most of these positions are supposed to be voted into. To be a general secretary, you have to be voted in that position. Someone cannot just come and appoint you to be in that position. So the question would be, is what are our policies on how they're making these decisions? As supporters, are we not allowed to know these things so we can understand the manifesto? I thought these are the very reasons why we are telling Museveni he's got to go and he's a dictator, because we are telling him, you've not fixed the roads for 30 years, sir, but we've been giving you money for the roads. Where is the money?
Yeah, you've been taking our taxes.
Exactly.
So we need accountability. But you see, this is exactly where we have we need to conclude anyway, because Bobby is live now. But what I'm saying is that as long as we
has he started?
I believe so. Let me conclude. As long as we are not going to keep our minds open, think about different perspectives, because as human beings, we need to, when every sort of work, every working environment, every part of our lives, we need to have different perspectives. That's why we have biological, sociological, we have humanistic, we have psychological, we have all different perspectives, criminology. You have every single thing in the world. Our lives as human beings, as entities, as organizations, as human beings, we think differently, and we have those perspectives to be able to explain, to give us different explanations. And what UNN is coming to do is give us those different explanations of what is really going on, so that we can understand what's really going on. It's not about the same thing, which is the dictatorship, having one thought process. We cannot go on like that if we need real change.
Driving that,
we cannot have that narrative. No.
Thank you. And it's not just about a party, and because a lot of people have to realize that it's not about a party. Vicky, go and conclude also, my darling. And let me just give you 2 minutes and then I finish.
Concluding it's very key: leadership.
Thank you, Sophia.
Leadership sikwe kwambala suit. Leadership sikwe kuwa speech ennungi buli omu n'awuniikirira. Ngezezaako okukkiriza ebintu ebimu abazungu bye bafoundinze, some of the principles abazungu bye batadde, the structures, the trainings. Nti wano mu UK, for example, bw'oba ogenda okusaba omulimu, oyinza okusoosaako qualifications zonna, nyina PhD, nyina master, nyina naye ate batunuulira experience.
Mommy, can I have £2, please?
Batunuulira experience gy'oyina. Experience gy'oyina, kiki ky'oyiseemu omulimu ogwo ogusobola, si PhD, kuba bw'oba osoma PhD ogimala oli mu research, ogimala onoonyereza, owandiika, naye in reality toyina practice. Kati nze solution oba ekiteeso kye nandiwadde abakulu abatukulembera mu NUP, nga tetunnabakwasa buyinza ggwanga kulitambuza. Some of these young men and women need experience. Kati nze ndowooza UNN tulina omukisa ogunoonyeza abaami bano opportunities ezijja ne bafuna ku experience, ne basitulako ku bisaaniiko, ne bakeyaringirako ku bakadde. Otegeera ebyeyo bye batuvuma nti abali mu Bulaya mukola ebyeyo. That is the sort of experience omanyi okulabirira omukadde kiki ekitegeeza. Disabled person omusitula n'omuzza wano n'omuzza wali ategeeza ki. Kati nze ndowooza
personal care.
Ekimu ku bintu bye tujja okulowoozaako okukola nga UNN. tunoonyeze abakungu bano abali mu masuuti opportunities ez'okufuna experience mu UK ng'ate experience tebagenda gifuna mu parliament tugibafunire nga bali ku street nga batobagana n'abavubuka mu gangs n'abakadde ebifo bwe bityo nze bwentyo bwe nklosinga nti tubawo omukisa tuyinza obba sponsoringa kubanga we have some of us who are really twagala Uganda ekyuke tuyinza obbateekamu
not telling the entire world what we are doing. Thank you, Vicky, and thank you, Sophia. Also, I would like to conclude with this. Thank you, guys. I would like to conclude with this so we can go on to our president's speech right now. Psalms 94, verse 18 says, "When I thought that my feet were nearly falling, your kind love, Lord, kept me safe. When I was not happy in my mind, you made me strong and happy again." Can you ever agree with bad rulers? No, because their rules make people sad. They join together against good people. They say that people that have done nothing wrong must die. But the Lord is my strong place, and my God is a rock where I can hide and be safe. The bad leaders, he will destroy them because they are so bad. The Lord, our God, will destroy them. I conclude like this, ladies and gentlemen. We have a work to do. Women, we need to take the forefront. I am here for a revolution, regardless of the party that you support. I am not perfect, and neither are you. Take your road of struggle, I will take my road of revolution. There is room for everybody to be blessed and to be fruitful. And there's also room for everybody to be cursed and be not fruitful. Choose which you want. Live the path that you have been called to live on. Be in your own purpose. Uganda needs change, and it needs change today. We all must work together to bring that change. If we see something is not going right in our party that we are supporting or whatever government, we need to come together and bring that change ourselves. Ladies and gentlemen, the Project 1 Million Women is there to build us up and deal with the well-being, to deal with structures in our women on ground. You see, some of us don't need to come on national television and I think we're going on TV, guys, because I keep talking about TV, on social media and tell you all of the charitable work that we do. You don't know what have been doing on ground and the money that has been spent in 3 years since this thing has started. These ladies here have been working on ground for a very long time. So I would like to let the world know that UNN, working with Project 1 Million Women, we are here to do a work. We are here to bring change, and we are here to give you the platform to become the woman of today, 2021. So thank you so much. Please, ladies, and all the gentlemen out there, this is a new generation of people. Open your minds and think out of the box. It's not everything it looks as it seems. Research, critically analyze. Don't come but have concrete evidence that you have in legally.
Yes.
If UNN speak truth, if we don't speak truth, we will come and we will let you know. We will come and we will apologize. We are people of truth. We want to be responsible. We want to be respectful. We just want a change in Uganda. And that change has to come by any means. We are sorry if it might not be the way you want it to be. But we have to do what we have to do for the sake of our country. We shall continue to do our work on UNN. We are coming on this evening. We are going to continue with our Bobi Wine, our elected president, for as much as we possibly can. Our truth comes from real investigation and evidence. Do not be fooled by emotions. Do not be fooled by bloggers, because if we have to take a dictator off, the law must be on our side. The law must be on our side. Do things in reality. Respectful, responsible, accountable, and transparent. Thank you so much. We don't want to start our own party. We don't need to, for those who might think that that's what we want to do. But if it's something that we have to do to create a movement, that is human right for me to want to do that.
It is a human right. Yes, it is.
Yeah. And I don't need to argue with anybody. It's a human right. And it's not about what Facebook and what people on blogs say in their opinions. Let them give you proper evidence that they have got legally. Then we can talk about other things. Anyway, thank you so much, everybody. Let's go and watch our elected president. Thank you, Vicky. Thank you, Sophia. Please don't forget this evening, 8 p.m., we are coming back. We continue to bring you truth and nothing but the truth. The truth hurts. The truth can be painful. But I'm telling you, once that truth comes out, it sets you free. That's the Uganda Jenjagala.
Thank you, our viewers.
Thank you, our viewers. And we'll be back here next Saturday. We're going to be here every Saturday with these ladies.
In fact, we do need to
we are moving the weekly roundup to with my ladies, and we're going to be talking about the weekly stories, and we're going to bring you and talk to you about Project 1 Million Women, because that is what's important. Banange katugende, many of you munvumira wano mu zi comments. Banange abantu ababeera ku zi comments. Obanyi babeera ng'abalalu. Bwe bava ku page eno, bwe badduka kweri, bwe badde eno, naye nga nabo bali mu mayumba gaabwe. Kale, love you guys.
Muwulire one of the comments wano. Waliwo agambye. Nti nno ebikazi ebyo ebiri ku UNN bye biruma kojja.
But I could jam when I send my greetings. We love you. You know, you can always come in our inboxes and, you know, talk to us. Want conversation. We are going into New Uganda with happiness. You love yourself, and you're happy with yourself. You can't tear down other people. You will just want to build them up so they can join you. That's the mindset we want here on UNN. So if you want that kind of truth and love and working in kindness and looking at somebody and saying, okay, you're not perfect, but we still love you and we will stand with you for as long as you stand on truth. That is the women we want to build. That is the Uganda we want to build.
It looks like Bobby hasn't started yet, so we can continue our conversation. And I think...
Oh, really?
Our comments, Bambi.
Yeah, actually, let's take some phone calls then while we are waiting for Bobby to start.
UNN has cute ladies, not like other bloggers with ladies and gentlemen.
One day, guys, listen, guys.
I love women in the UNN team.
Listen, guys, well, let's like move on and we need messages of uplifting.
If my producer can can help us to let audio, audios and telephones. Let us hear from you guys. Banange, love wins. Let love win.
Yes.
Let us live by love. Let us walk in love, please. That is what I care about. I don't care about somebody's past, because I mean, Project 1 Million Women, Vicky ne Sophia mujogera ko chinga bwe tutegeka abantu tuletera ku masimu wano.
You know, Sarah, I'll come in. Vicky, I'm going to jump in. And listen, I love this project. First of all, we've all been here. We've supported our people back home. Naengate, we all support in our own ways. Newe muja together. Remember, Ubuntu, our own, you know, that saying, Ubuntu, I am because we are. But tuja together as we can be a powerful force. And this is the whole thing that's taught me in all of this. Chinecha wrangles, and back and forth. I'm not interested. We shouldn't really be in wrangles with really micro thinking people. We shouldn't do that. We should be thinking in a macro way. We should have vision, which is macro. We should have everything that we do should be purposeful. It should be intentional. It should be made with love, because to an opportunity one of government, you know, we can put something together that can blow up and really uplift our women back home, uplift everyone, whoever, wherever you are. A lot of young women, Bambi, and they go all the way to UAE, you know, Arab countries, and be used and be enslaved and modern day slavery. We do not need to do
that. Sophia.
So
thank you, Sophia. Sorry to cut you off there. Nae Bobby has started, and Munange omanyibuli chimuka ti UNN chekola. Chibi kati twagala teba tugambe nti era ba Sarah Nabz ne bawalabe era beba stopins. They are live. The elected president is talking, so we better hurry up and end this. Thank you, Vicky. Thank you, Sophia. I just want to remind people. Okulokoka tekitegeeza nti toli ogenda kubeera mutukuvu. Okulokoka ekyo kye kitawaanya abantu bangi, and that is why our generation of children are not coming to Christ, because you make Christ about the 10 commandments. It is about your heart. It's not about what I do, what I look like. And doing all those crazy things does not mean you don't love God and you don't have a relationship with God. So please stop chastising people and bringing your anti-righteousness to us, because we're not interested in such nonsense. Thank you so very much, people. Continue to stay cool. Revolution. That is what we're going to continue to do. We love you. I shall see you next week, or even during the week. So let's see what our Bobby Wine, aka Robert Chakulanye, president-elect, is saying. Thank you so much. Love you all. See you next week.